You're listening to the Rusted Robot Podcast, the #1 rated robot-related podcast in northeastern Ontario.
Welcome to episode 164 for August the 20th, 2017. I'm your host, Sean, and with me as always is Josh, and today we have Shane.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Glad to hear it.
I had my wedding anniversary yesterday.
You did! On August 18th, you had your 11-year wedding anniversary.
Yep.
My brother and his wife had their 5th wedding anniversary.
Oh, cool.
Another guy I know had their 10th wedding anniversary.
Well, popular day to get married.
The 18th of August, yeah, it's pretty popular. That's pretty cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What'd you guys do to celebrate?
Katie wasn't feeling well, so we sat in our bedroom and we watched all of Defenders.
You watched the whole thing?
The whole thing, one sitting.
All 8 episodes?
All 8 episodes.
Back to back to back to back to back to
back.
back. Nice.
Yep.
And what did you think of said show?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah?
Character dynamics, they kind of start out rough, because, you know, they're just meeting.
Mm-hmm.
The interaction between Luke Cage and Iron Fist was rough at first, and they got kind of buddy-buddy, and they got, you know, antagonistic towards each other, and they're buddy-buddy again. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I have to say the worst part of the show is Iron Fist.
Really, eh?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm not surprised.
He makes a lot of dumb decisions.
Really?
A lot of dumb decisions.
Well, he did in his own show too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, who would you say was the best part of the show?
Have you seen it yet, Shane?
I have not.
Me neither.
It's a toss-up. Jessica Jones is like, she's her usual antagonistic self. But her interactions with Matt Murdock are really good.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd say those two's interactions are my favorite, followed by Luke Cage dealing with the craziness that's going on.
That makes sense.
Good overall story arc?
It's a good story arc. There are some things that I would have cut. Because there's a lot of dealing with, like, Colleen.
Oh, that's Iron Fist lady?
That's Iron Fist lady. Like, we didn't need to have her emotional turmoil story, because it's not about her, it's about the superheroes.
Okay.
Like,
Claire was in it?
Claire was in it. Claire is one of the reasons that Iron Fist and Luke Cage get together.
Ah, okay.
She's the driving force behind that.
Makes sense.
Of the entire show, there's only one visual element that gave me a problem.
Okay.
There's one point where they're walking onto an elevator, and you can clearly see it's a green screen effect.
Oh, really?
One shot. It only lasted a second, if that.
Okay, so out of 8 episodes...
Yeah, one shot was like,
That's not bad.
That's not bad. How was Sigourney Weaver, though?
fantastic.
Yeah?
As always.
I mean, I didn't have any doubts.
Yeah. You get this sense, because like it's not a spoiler to tell you that she's dying. The show opens with her stating that she's dying. So you know through the entire thing that she's dying, and she plays like this person, like you can feel like her desperation to find a solution, and how it doesn't matter anything else, she needs to survive.
So she's got motivation.
She's got motivation. Like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but she's really good. Didn't doubt she was going to be. I could have done without, like, the way they dealt with Stick. Like, just a story element-wise. I'm like, I don't like Stick. I could do an entire series without him and be completely happy.
He's not very endearing.
No.
No, but it's hard to do Daredevil and even the Defender's origin without Stick.
Yeah, but I could have done with him having half as many scenes, quarter as many scenes.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Oh. So you recommend that we watch it?
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm giving it 8.
That's not bad.
That is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Where would you rank it in the list of series?
Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Defenders, Luke Cage, the ads for all those shows, and then Iron Fist.
Okay.
Have you guys seen the teaser for The Punisher?
I have not yet seen the teaser for The Punisher.
I am really excited for The Punisher.
I didn't realize there was a teaser for The Punisher.
It just came out a few days ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I missed. We could have had at least a little bit of The Punisher. A little taste.
He wasn't in there at all?
No taste.
No.
Like, not even just on the outskirts?
No taste at all.
Not even mentioned.
That's weird.
They should have mentioned him.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, he doesn't play well with others. It makes sense that he wouldn't be there, but I'm surprised he didn't get like a call out or something.
Nothing.
All the things that I'd done. Memories. They never hurt me. But the past. It's more than memories. It's the devil you sold your soul to. He's coming. He's coming to collect.
Okay, so that was the teaser that we just found out about for Punisher. Doesn't really tell us much, but
Well, it's a teaser.
it's exciting.
Oh yeah, certainly teases.
It does tease.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah, no, bro.
That's awesome. Are you excited about that one?
I am. Punisher, particularly the Punisher arc in the first half of season 2 of Daredevil, was a really good arc.
Oh, totally was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it was the best out of everything so far. But
And you've seen everything except for Defenders?
I've seen almost everything. I have not finished the entirety of Iron Fist because I just couldn't get through it.
You gotta finish it. You gotta finish it before you watch Defenders.
You got homework to do, son.
Yeah, there's story things that depend on it.
Oh, great.
Oh, is there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you got to finish it.
Okay.
So he will.
Yeah.
Yes, you will.
So you'll have that finished by next week?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't have much left.
No. No, it's a couple episodes, I think.
So last week I rewatched all of it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. You got to rewatch it all before you watch the next section.
That's true.
That's dedication, my friend.
Well, it's not like it's not like a season 2 of like Daredevil. Then you only have to watch Daredevil. This is all of their stories again.
There are a lot of videos online that kind of take all of the major points from everything and just lay them all out so that it takes 20 minutes, half an hour, instead of taking a really long time to watch everything all over again.
Well, it took me 2 months to watch Jessica Jones because I didn't like it.
What?
Nope, couldn't stand it.
Jessica Jones was great.
Ugh.
They've confirmed
David Tennant's back?
David Tennant is back for
Yes.
season 2.
The Purple Man, I
She killed
call
him.
It's a comic book movie.
Nobody ever stays dead in comics.
Nobody.
Flashbacks, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, they've also talked about bringing back Obadiah Stane from Iron Man 1. And he got blown up.
He got blown up real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, more Jeff Bridges, I'm okay with it. So,
Yeah.
I did not like Obadiah Stane as a villain.
really.
Didn't make sense.
Out of most of the Marvel villains, besides Michael Keaton's Vulture, I thought he was one of the more grounded, well-rounded villains.
Except that he's not. Think about it. CEO, corporate takeover, and underhanded double dealing. Cool. He goes all crazy and have to build a war machine and that whole last 20 minutes. That's not what a corporate guy does. Corporate guy gets in trouble. Corporate guy embezzles a crap ton of money and goes to a country where he can't be arrested.
That's how Dad did it. That's how America does it. And it's worked out pretty well so far.
Because all of his crimes are white-collar crimes. He goes to a country without extradition. They're not going to extradite him for white-collar crimes.
But that doesn't make
And
for
I
very
know
good
that-
action.
Like,
But
I
he
could
lives on the
understand.
beach.
I could understand him hiring someone to be in a suit, because I think that would make more sense, and that would have been a better way probably to bring in like Whiplash from 2 or something like that. But it was still pretty good.
Also, that's the first time he gets in the suit because he's going there with the power, right? He's going there with the power source. They didn't have a power source to test it, right? So how come he gets in it and he can just pilot it? He's not a mechanical genius. The suit wasn't custom made by him for him. Right? So he does not understand the workings of it on a mechanical level. He's just a rich CEO guy. So he gets into the suit and he can just pilot it.
You're going way too deep.
No, he's got a point.
He does have a point. I know he does. But we're not supposed to think like that. We're just skip over that
And
part.
yet Tony, who custom designed it from scratch for his body, made it. He has a learning curve. He's a technical super genius. Obadiah Stane's a businessman.
Honestly, the only explanation for that is it wouldn't have been much of a fight if he was trying to figure out what he was doing while Iron Man was flying circles around him.
That's my point.
No, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah,
Damn you!
Plot is the only reason there.
Yeah, but as a villain, he doesn't make as much sense as other villains. Even in Iron Man 2, Whiplash has a reason for being a villain.
I actually really like Whiplash.
Okay, so there's a rationale behind what's happening.
Yeah.
He's a psychopath and he wants vengeance. Not so much in the first one. I'm rich, I'm double dealing, and oh look, suddenly I'm going to be super violent. And it's not the kind of criminal he is. In fact, he's a corporate guy. His power is literally his money.
All right.
So why would he switch over from that?
Because he wanted more power? Maybe?
Technically, the information for the Iron Man suit is stored on a Stark Industries
Hard drive?
server.
Yeah, server.
So he could sue Tony Stark, right? Because he took over the company, pushed Tony out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could sue Tony for the rights to the Iron Man suit, because you put the plans on the Stark server, therefore it belongs to Stark.
Because it's proprietary information. Aha.
Lock him up in years of legal battles.
But that's not as much fun to watch in a movie.
Yeah, but that's what a corporate guy would
Yes,
do.
true enough.
So if you want to stay true to what the character was already at,
Yeah, but who would want to watch that one?
I'm just saying.
No, you're right. You got it there. True.
Oh, I'm looking at Stane from the comics, and he is a lot more rough and tumble in the comics. It's just the way that he's portrayed in the movies, where he's very white collar.
Yeah, well,
So
that's
they didn't transfer it over well.
that's what they gave us in the movies, as a white collar guy.
Yeah.
So that's what you give us. You got to stick to it.
All right, in other news, since we're recording this August 19th, do you know whose birthday it would have been today? He would have been 96 years old. Gene Roddenberry.
Gene Roddenberry.
Who brought us... Do you know what he brought us?
Oh my God!
Come on, you got to know what he brought us.
The name is really familiar.
The Great Bird of the Galaxy, Gene Roddenberry. One of the most influential pop culture entertainment franchises of all time. Oh, yeah, I'm disappointed.
Like, not knowing his birthday is one thing. Not knowing who he is and what he created.
I know who that is.
Gene Roddenberry. Without his influence, we would not now care.
I'll tell you a single biggest influence. The single biggest thing he did was Andromeda. Right? That has most pop culture.
Oh, totally it does.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda. But you know what else?
What was the other one there?
Well, he did something. But the only reason we care about this particular news is because he created that show that was so influential. This news here is that Terry Farrell and Adam Nimoy are engaged.
Really?
Yes, that was on the news service today. Do you know who Terry Farrell is?
No.
She played Dax. Do you know who Adam Nimoy is?
Leonard Nimoy's son?
Yes, sir. So who's Gene Roddenberry? What did he create? Come on, I can't give you any more hints.
Earth, Final Conflict.
Yes, he did Earth Final Conflict. He did Genesis 2 in the 70s.
Okay.
In 1966, his most influential show came on the air on NBC.
Is it Star Trek?
Yes! There you go. It would have been his 96th birthday today,
Okay.
August 19th. But he died in 1991, so he's not that old.
Yeah.
But, wow, that was a...
I haven't seen Star Trek.
All right, well, that's fair.
You were supposed to have watched at least one season by now.
Yeah, because in 5 weeks, Star Trek Discovery comes on the air.
You have to watch it all before it comes out.
That's right, and you're way behind now. Months behind. This is
You
sad.
can go through, what, a season a day?
Yeah.
If he doesn't sleep.
If he doesn't sleep, and because there's no commercials, that gets rid of the whole hour. It's more like 45 minutes. So yeah, that's not
You can go
bad.
through a season a day and still get 6 hours of sleep.
I'll see what I can do.
That's only 25, 31 seasons?
Let's see. 7 and 7 and 7 plus
21.
4 and 3,
On the cartoon.
and the cartoon is 2, so 30 seasons.
It's a lot of Star Trek.
Plus
Not-
the movies.
Yeah, not enough Star Trek. That's
What,
another
15, 16 movies?
13, so that's another full day.
13 movies.
Yeah, you have to honor. You
You can skip
Roddenberry's
one.
legacy. Yeah, you don't have to watch the motion picture. We'll give you a pass on that one. It's not important.
Okay.
So that's 31 days.
You can do it.
That's a month. It's a month straight
Yeah,
of Star Trek.
and there's no sleeping or working.
No, they're asleep. They've given them the season a day that'll still give them enough time to sleep because of the no commercials.
Right. Okay. You get 3 rest breaks.
Oh, I'm gonna need those.
No sleep till Brooklyn.
And like
It's a good
early
song.
Star Trek Next Gen, you can sleep through a couple episodes.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna know that.
No, so you have to watch every one
Yeah.
in detail. We'll let you skip the comics and the novels.
I
and,
appreciate
and,
it.
and the fan films you don't have to watch.
Okay.
Okay, next week, I want a review of at least a couple episodes of Star Trek.
You can do it.
Okay.
Just start at the beginning and just 2 episodes. Give us a quick review.
You don't even have to watch The Cage, the original pilot.
Oh, that sounds fun.
The
It's a good title episode.
The Cage is a good episode, but they go back to it so you can watch it later if you're interested, because there's a return to it in...
The Menagerie Part 1 and 2, the only 2-parter from the original series.
Yeah, so you can go back to it if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because they use footage from it in that.
Because they spent so much money on the first pilot, and NBC thought it was too cerebral, so they actually let Roddenberry make a second pilot that was more action-oriented,
Okay.
and that was unheard of back in the day. It's still unheard of to have a second pilot, for the most part.
Yeah.
Only very few shows have had that. So now you have more Star Trek knowledge that you didn't have before, and you're a better person for it. Don't you feel better?
Yeah.
You look like you feel better already.
I mean, in my head, this podcast is just Shane learns about Star Trek.
Yes.
So,
Shane learns about Star Trek. That's not a bad title. I don't know if I'll use that one or not, but maybe. All right, I got some more sad news. In addition to it not being Roddenberry's birthday because he's dead, somebody else died. Rest in peace, Sonny Landham. Do you know who that is? Well, let me read an article for you so that you will have that information. He passed away at the age of 76 from congestive heart failure. The Predator star also appeared in films such as The Warriors, Poltergeist, 48 Hours, Best of the Best 2, and Firewalker, amongst others. And he is survived by his son and his daughter. So he played Billy in Predator.
There's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man. We're all gonna die.
I do know Billy from Predator.
Yes, the Predator, actually, but yeah. So he passed away on the 17th, and we're all very sad, but he played a great character,
Definitely.
and so rest in peace, Sonny. What do you got for us, Josh?
Unfortunately, it's another death.
Another one?
Yeah.
Who else?
So they're shooting currently Deadpool 2.
Yes.
And stunt woman Joi SJ Harris passed away on set during shooting last week.
Oh, that's sad.
And yeah,
That's another stunt person who's passed away, because a few weeks ago was the guy from The Walking Dead.
yeah, it was the result of a freak low-speed accident.
Oh.
So it wasn't even like, breakneck speed and, accident happened. Like, not even that fast.
Wow.
No, I'm pretty sure she went through a window on a motorcycle.
A temporary work site had been set up to record a film scene for a movie production. The site had been cordoned off from general public and traffic by the Vancouver Police Department. The worker had been rehearsing a stunt scene that involved driving a motorcycle out an open door of a building, across a concrete pad, and down a ramp that had been built over 3 stairs and coming to a stop on the stairs landing. During the first shooting of the scene, the stunt driver continued driving beyond the planned stop and on the stairway landing and continued to drive down a second ramp built over the bottom of the stairs and across the roadway. The motorcycle struck the concrete side curb. The worker was thrown off the motorcycle and propelled through a plate glass window of a building.
Yikes.
That's from the Canadian Occupational Safety and Health Administration.
Wow. So that's
So-
Deadpool 2.
That's on Deadpool 2. So it's another... Like, the stunt actors are the ones that make the movies fun.
Oh, totally.
Like, okay, Bruce Willis standing there being all cool and saying his lines, whatever.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis jumping off a building, but it's not actually Bruce Willis.
Exactly.
That's the cool part.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and it's sad.
It is.
And I didn't know who she was before this. We should know more about the
We
stunt.
never know who the stunt people are. It always says so in the credits, but nobody pays attention to that.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Like, there's no really a rock star stunt person.
Zoe Bell. That's the only one I know.
Yeah.
You know who that is? maybe.
No.
She was. She's blonde. She was in the Grindhouse movie, and she actually got a starring role in it. No, that came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
She's
I know the movie, but
yeah, she's a big time star actually though.
yeah. So
Stone-wise.
like, we don't know about her until she becomes an actress.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
But we know about rock star production companies.
Yeah.
Like Brockheimer Films.
Mm-hmm.
We know about rock star directors. We got Steven Spielberg, right?
Michael Bay,
Michael Bay, crazy creepy guy.
crazy creepy guy.
Kubrick?
Not Kubrick, but we know about Kubrick. The other guy, Naked Lunch.
Is that David Lynch?
David yeah.
Cronenberg? David Lynch. One of the Davids?
One of the Davids.
David O. Russell?
We know. Say,
David Ayer?
holy crap! Kevin Smith. Right.
Yeah.
We know these directors.
Yeah.
They're behind the scenes people. We still know them.
We know the big time actors.
We know the big time actors, but we don't know the big time stunt people, and we really should.
And the executive producers. Who are they?
They don't matter. They just give the money.
Yeah. So yeah.
But yeah, well, generally we do actually in the production companies.
Mm-hmm.
So like Bad Robot, we know who does that. We know who does Jerry Bruckheimer Films because it's kind of in the name of the company.
Right.
But yeah, so we know the big names like that.
Mm-hmm.
We should know the big names of the stunt people.
But we don't.
We should.
Yeah, you're right. We should.
I want to pay more attention to the stunt people.
That's a good idea.
If you're loving this podcast, you should tell a friend about it.
Spread the word about podcasts you think they would enjoy. There's something for everyone, from entertainment and lifestyle
To news and politics
and more. Share it on social media. Believe it or not, some people don't know how great podcasts are.
or even how to find and listen to them.
You can help change that with a click. Tell your friends about your favorite podcast.
Thanks for spreading the word.
Now, speaking of things that have been dead, but there's something that was dead as has been brought back. I was reading my Entertainment Weekly magazine, and I don't know if you guys watched the show this past year, Timeless.
I've heard of it, I haven't seen it.
Well, it and all the other time travel shows got canceled, but this one has been brought back by NBC, so they are getting a second season.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
What happened in it?
Everybody get down on the ground. You move. Lucy Preston, Homeland Security. You need to come with me.
You've got a hell of a reputation. History, anthropology. Master Sergeant Wyatt Logan, Delta Force. 3:30 p.m. May 6, 1937.
For the humanity.
You're telling me that this guy actually went back in time, for real, to the Hindenburg. You were our best option. To do what? Go after him? I'd think someone who loved history would want to save it.
Our earliest prototype. She isn't fancy, but she works. Usually. Do you need to go with them? I can't. I am black. There's literally no place in American history that'll be awesome for me.
Lucy.
Rufus, I'm a pilot. Kind of.
Kind of? Have you been drinking?
Didn't know I was going to be working tonight, ma'am. Might want to hold on. Have you seen this man?
Yes, he was here. He's working as ground crew. He's going to help bring down the Hindenburg. I think Flynn is trying to rewrite history. It could change the present in ways we can't possibly predict. What is it about her?
My wife died. So when I saw Kate, that's all I can think about. It's gonna blow! I know everything about you. Just ask them why they chose you. I'm not sure you realize where you are, boy. I hope you live long enough to see Michael Jordan dunk, Michael Jackson dance, Mike Tyson punch, really just any black guy named Michael. Because the future is not on your side. I know what you're really meant to be. You're important in ways you can't even imagine.
That's my handwriting, but I didn't write that.
Not yet, but you will.
There's a sphere that goes back in time, and it gets stolen, and so they recruit these three guys to drive the prototype and try to undo whatever this other guy messes up in the past. And every time they come back to the future, there's something different that's happened. So yeah, I think it was on NBC. Really good show. I'm glad it's getting second season.
So a time cop show, kind of.
Kinda, but it's really heavily political. There's like a group of influential people that manipulate all the events, and they're actually part of the time travel thing. And
Those guys should really watch A Year in Hell. The Voyager episode.
Year of Hell. Yes, part 1 and 2. You would like that too, Shane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like they're doing what the guy's doing in Year of Hell.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. And speaking of time travel, have you seen on Netflix Travelers?
I have. I
I
don't
have
like
not.
it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
I loved it. I binged it in 3 days. It was fantastic.
Really?
Yeah. What didn't you like about it?
Well, acting. A lot of it seemed very wooden.
No. It had Eric McCormick in it. Will from Will and Grace.
Yeah, just because he's famous doesn't mean he's good.
He's good.
Not really.
You didn't like him?
Nope.
Wow. Have you seen it?
I have not.
Oh, I highly recommend it.
The druggie, didn't like his acting.
Really?
Nope, didn't believe him at all.
See, I thought they did great.
Nope, didn't believe him.
Favorite scene of the whole thing? It takes place in the States somewhere, and the FBI and whatever, and they're shooting a scene on the road, and they're driving by, and in the background you see a whole pile of Canada Post mail trucks.
Really?
Yep. So it's obviously filmed in Vancouver or Toronto. So it made me laugh. So did you watch all the episodes?
I watch a season.
Yeah, they only have 12 episodes on Netflix.
No, I watched about 8.
Okay. Yeah, I watched them all. It was great.
No, I actually think I might have watched the entire season.
Yeah?
That's the got up to the point where they had to use the antimatter reactor thing at the end, and they kept taking over the bodies of the people to go flick the switch.
Yeah, that wasn't the end.
No?
No, there were still like 4 or 5 episodes after that.
Yeah, well, that's as far as I got.
Okay. No, it was great. I loved it.
I it's like, no, I can't.
I think you're like the second or third person that I've heard talking about the show, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it was in my Netflix queue for like 2 months, and I was like, well, I'll finally give it a go and see what it was, and great. Loved it.
liked the premise.
Yeah.
I did not like the execution.
All right, well, that's fair. I could see why you'd say that. But I adored it. I can't wait to see second season if they have one. So, and Timeless is back, so I love me some time travel.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
I couldn't.
No, well, we do seem to have different tastes sometimes.
Yeah.
And
It'd
that's
be a terrible show if we just went, yep, you're right, it's great.
Yeah.
Every episode, that'd be terrifying.
So not only do you have to watch all of Star Trek for next week, you also have to watch all of Travelers.
No, you don't.
So you can be the tiebreaker opinion.
Well, I can only do one of those things.
Or do Star Trek.
Star Trek.
I'll see what I can do.
Because Discovery comes out September 24th.
I will watch Discovery.
I hope so. Because we're going to talk about it on the show. So
Well, you can't watch it until you've watched at least Enterprise.
It's a new series.
Yeah. And the original series. But you can't watch Enterprise until you've watched Next Gen.
Is there a crossover, though?
Yes.
I think you can watch Discovery without having seen
Yeah,
anything.
I'm
It's
pretty sure.
going to bring in some new fans, Josh.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yes, people in general don't, or like our listeners don't need to if they haven't watched Star Trek. But Shane, yes.
But you have to watch at least the original series and Enterprise. But you can't watch Enterprise without watching Next Generation because it's pivotal to the entire story that you watch it.
And luckily for you, they're all on Netflix. And if you have the updated app, it just plays automatically the next episode. So you're good to go.
Oh, there we go.
Because I do have Enterprise and the original series on DVD, plus the animated series.
Okay.
The animated series is the only one you can skip.
I thought you guys said that I could skip the
It's
animated
skippable.
series, yeah.
Totally.
It's watchable, but it plays younger. So you don't have to watch it.
Oh, okay.
But it introduces a lot of neat stuff to watch.
Yeah.
You just see a lot more of the non-humanoid life forms,
Okay.
which is neat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you can do things that you can't do in live action in a cartoon, right? So yeah.
We'll even look at like the Clone Wars animated show. Way more aliens in that than there was in the movies, just because you can.
Well, everybody's CG, so might as well.
Yeah.
Yet they kept Jar Jar.
Trying to forget about that.
You can't. He's canon still. He still exists.
They gave him an ending though.
Yeah, he's a juggler,
Yeah, he's like a
sad
showman.
juggler
Yeah.
by the water fountain or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wrote that in the book, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's in a book.
Did you see the what happened to Jar Jar's father?
No.
He kills himself because his son is such a bad person. They get trapped on a deserted island because of Jar Jar's events, and then everything keeps going wrong, and he just blows his brains out with his blaster.
And this is canon.
Book or comic or
Comic.
that's harsh.
That's both horrible and
Appropriate.
yeah.
All right. In other news, have you listened to previous episodes of The Resident Robot?
I've listened to a few.
Okay. And you have? You've listened to all the old episodes?
Most of the old episodes.
Okay. Now, do you remember, randomly, we would say, this week's episode is brought to you by, and we'd make up a sponsor?
I remember when you were doing that, yes.
Okay.
I was here when you were doing that. I was on it.
Yes,
I remember that.
but it also predates you. There's a guy who contacted me on Instagram, and he's offered to be a sponsor.
Okay.
So I haven't finalized all the details yet, but it should be done by next week's episode. So you'll go to his website and buy his stuff and put in the promo code that we're going to set up, and you're going to get a discount off of whatever that guy offers at his website.
That's
And
pretty
then,
cool.
And then we'll have a sponsor.
All right.
For
That's
real.
awesome.
So hopefully that's all set up by next week, and then I can tell our listeners what the sponsor is.
How are we going to distinguish it from your old fake ads?
Because I'll say at the beginning,
We'll have to have a disclaimer.
yeah, this is real.
This is not a joke.
Yeah, because we haven't done a fake ad in quite a while. So.
Still.
But still.
We used to do them, so
Yes.
we're going to
That's right. Yeah, we'll talk about it. It'll be awesome.
we're gonna get jingle music in the background.
I doubt it, but we could. I could put that in.
All right. Okay. Find some sort of that classic 50s TV
Ooh.
commercial sound music that they used to play in the background.
We could do that.
I like it.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you seen, speaking of old salesmen, have you seen the previews for White Gold on Netflix?
No.
No?
What is
it's
this?
Like it takes place in Essex, I think in the 50s, I think. Could be after that. And they sell the white stuff that goes around your windows.
Okay.
And that's all I know.
Like caulking?
No, like the plastic stuff.
Oh, the trim.
Yeah.
Oh. And it's a show.
Yeah. There's got to be more to it than that.
Is it out yet?
Yes, it just came out yesterday.
Oh.
Okay.
And it's called White Gold,
White Gold.
and it takes place in the 50s.
Yep.
Is it sci-fi? Is it drama? Is
No.
it?
Nope. It's a drama.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you've heard of this too?
I just gathered from what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, like there must be some criminal element going on about it. 'Cause businessmen in the 50s and stuff, but
Kind of trying to capitalize on the Mad Men kind of thing.
I think so. It's just weird because you hear the title White Gold, and I'm thinking, okay,
Cocaine.
they're selling cocaine. And then I watch the trailer, and it's like, nope, they're selling window pieces.
Okay.
Apparently that was lucrative in the 50s.
Apparently.
Who knew?
Maybe the window pieces are made of cocaine.
That would make sense.
There we go.
Spoiler alert. Maybe.
Maybe.
Are you going to watch the show? I don't think I am.
I'm going to at least watch the first episode to see what it is.
After you finished watching all the episodes of Star Trek.
Of course.
Right.
Moving on.
You have any more information for us? Anything cool? Any robot news? Any sci-fi stuff?
I was looking at the robot news that came out this week, and there's a lot of new AI thought ideas, blah, 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 boring stuff.
I did hear... Oh, I don't have the information. I heard it on another podcast.
Okay.
But I think...
Random speculation, go.
Yeah, I think it was the Play on Nerds podcast that I heard, that they had a news article that said there was 2 AI bots that created their own language.
Oh, yes, I know about that.
And
We
they had to
talked
shut it
about
down.
this last week.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we
we?
did.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if we talked about it on the episode.
We
We talked about it in the pre-episode talk.
I must not have been here for that. Cause
So yeah, what the robots ended up, what the AIs ended up doing. Yeah, I'm fairly certain we talked about this on episode.
I'm pretty sure we did.
But they would say, like, instead of saying I have delivered this, they would just say I've delivered I, and just say I've delivered and sent you another version. It would be I would send you I. It speeds up information transfer,
Yes.
and they just kept doing that to speed up information transfer.
Yeah, so they had to shut it down.
Yeah, because they were getting worried.
Yeah.
And we mentioned last week, I'm like 99% certain that we mentioned that this isn't the first time this has happened with AIs talking to each other with a little bit of learning algorithm.
You know, I edited last week's episode, and I don't recall this at all.
This conversation definitely happened.
And I'm like 95% certain it was on episode.
I have no recollection of these events. I know I heard it on a Play on Nerds.
I think we beat them to it. I think they copy from us and you're copying off them again. We are going in a time cycle and we need to stop this.
Because their last episode was a trailer review, and they mentioned Shadowrun, the RPG that you mentioned as well. So I don't know if they heard it on us or they were.
You're time cycling. We are not following it on a loop
Yeah,
with a
this
Play
is
on
weird.
Nerds.
This is weird.
You guys stop stealing from us. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And Sean, stop stealing from them to steal from... Because it's just going to...
It's
We're Oberoso. We're eating our own tail. here.
Yes. That's a shout out to you, Jarman and Steve.
Stop stealing.
So what else is new?
That's all I got for the news segment. Because like the AI news that came out this week was kind of pitiful. And,
Okay.
like Audi's taking a separation between their robots and their employees out so that they work more hand in hand.
Oh.
Or hand in robotic claw. Whatever you want.
Right.
So we're on our way to cyborgs.
No. The employees are working beside the robots. So they're either elevating the robots to the same status as employees or pushing the employees down to the same status as random robots.
Just merge the two.
I'm going to say it's down. They're pushing the employees down.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Cost saving.
Yeah, so nothing outrageous this week in robot news.
Assimilation.
There's a solar eclipse on Monday. Don't look at it. You'll go blind.
We're only like in the 70% occlusion range. We're not even going to get a dimming in the sky.
No?
No.
Oh.
We're not in the region where we'll get much of an occlusion.
Well, they were freaking out at work. Don't look at the sun, you'll go blind. I'm like,
Don't look at the sun anytime!
yeah, obviously. Right. But
the whole reason we have special glasses to go look at the sun during an eclipse is because we're looking directly at the sun!
Oh, I realize. But I'm just saying, they had a whole 5-minute talk, a safety talk at work about this.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
They had to tell grown people not to look at the sun directly?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
That is sad.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not going to see much of an eclipse where we are. We're going to get 70% occlusion at maximum. So, down south in the States, they are getting, because this is they're calling it the Great American Solar Eclipse, because it's not hitting any other country. It's just going right across the States for full eclipse. It's only across the States.
Huh.
So you'll only see full there. So we're not going to see full.
Oh, no full for us.
No. I think BC is going to have it the best, and I think they're only getting like 85-90% occlusion.
So we'll see some, but not much.
Yeah, well, we won't even notice. Like, if you're standing outside, you wouldn't even notice a dimming.
Okay, because they have the whole thing set up at Gillies Lake with the glasses and a viewing party and all kinds of stuff on Monday. So
yeah, it's not gonna. You're not gonna see a darkening in the sky. You don't get that until about the 90% mark. Because like the sun throws off a lot of light.
It does.
And until the 90%, you're not going to see that much dimming, and only at maximum will the sky go dark.
I feel ripped off.
A little bit.
It's a solar event. It's not something that you can be ripped off for. You're not paying for it.
Yeah, but I don't get to see it.
Well, it's just like
Well,
the meteor shower last week. Was it last week?
Yeah.
I saw one.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be like the entire sky. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be crazy, but because of the cycle of the moon and the position and everything, we saw barely any of it.
Yeah, I was outside for 15 minutes and saw one.
Yeah.
Out of the corner of my eye, and that was it.
Yeah. Yep. We went for a walk when it was supposed to be at the biggest. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
How many did you see?
Practically nothing.
Yeah. Very sad.
Yeah.
We're getting ripped off by all these non-paying solar events.
Yeah. The universe hates us.
I still want my money back.
Don't say that. It can do a lot of things to just destroy us, you know.
This is true.
Do you have any cool news?
What's new on the video game front?
August is slow. August is not a big video game month. Oh, what's it called? I think it's called Rememory. Just came out. It's similar in a way to Ghost in the Shell, where they're kind of like police officers, and they have the ability to plug into people's brains, go into their brain and find information that they can't physically say themselves. So you play a police officer who can do that, but it's a weird cyberpunk horror game.
Okay.
So you go into people's minds, and you go into like the worst corners of their brain. And you have to relive all of this stuff so that you can figure out, who murdered someone or what happened and this kind of stuff like that. It looks really cool.
Sounds really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's out?
I believe so. I believe it just came out.
Interesting. Which system is it for?
I believe it's on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. I think.
No Nintendo.
No Nintendo.
Oh.
Nintendo shies away from the really weird stuff.
Yeah.
Well, not the weird stuff. The more adult.
Yeah. They've dabbled a little bit, but nothing much.
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have Katie here to give us some comic book news.
Yep. There's apparently lots of stuff happening in the comic book world of which I know nothing.
Oh. Where is she anyway?
She's currently at work.
Where does she work?
229 Pine Street South, Timmins, Ontario, and that's Jump City Comics.
Oh, she works at the comic book shop.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's
neat.
why she has the comic news.
That makes sense.
She's the comic mistress.
Shane, did you know that Katie works at the comic book shop?
I had an inkling.
Jump City?
Yeah.
Do you know where that is?
299.
229 Pine Street South,
sorry,
Timmins,
Pine
Ontario,
Street South.
Canada, Earth.
Yeah. That's in the Milky Way solar system. Galaxy.
I'm really glad that you
That-
pinpointed
like-
that, because I wasn't sure.
Milky Way solar system? That's no, we're in the Sol solar system
Yes,
of the
yes,
Milky
we
Way
are.
galaxy of the local galactic cluster.
I corrected myself.
Yes.
Yes, because my brain is going too fast for my mouth. So
Yeah.
You have to watch over that sometimes.
We don't want to end up in the wrong galaxy. That'd be bad.
The galaxy far, far, far away even. Yeah.
Yes.
I have email.
Email.
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Yep.
Get what we got, Mr. Roboto. It's another email.
You know who it's from?
Sean Penn.
As a matter of fact, it is.
Oh, sweet.
Sean Penn sent us an email
Oh, sweet.
talking about how he used to beat Madonna.
Okay.
But I've decided not to read that one this week.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a little bit personal. And,
Yeah.
and he was just feeling very bad and shameful about it.
Okay. Well, let's. Who else sent us an email?
Well, we do have an email from the Salty Canadian. I've been doing a lot of work on Facebook trying to get my Soulforge podcast out there and whatnot. And I talked to this girl about cross promotion. So I'm going to play her promo for her podcast right here.
Hi, I'm Sarah, the host of the Salty Canadian podcast. If you want a podcast with rants, reviews, and just having fun, then this is the podcast for you. I can be found on Facebook, Twitter, at SaltyCanadian17, Instagram, The Salty Canadian. My show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Castbox, YouTube, and Google Play Music. Hopefully you will join me. Have a great day, eh?
And that's her podcast promo. She's going to play the Rusted Robot promo on her show. And we also have...
This is Sparky
and Gunns,
and you're listening to the Rusted Robot Podcast.
Sparky and Gunns. You know them.
I know them.
All right,
I've heard of them.
You have heard of them? Have you heard of them?
I have.
Awesome. The title of their email is If You Smell What Machamp is Cooking. Good afternoon, greaseless GoBots. Finally, Sparky and Gunns have come back to the Rusted Robot Podcast. We had disappeared due to vacations, work schedules, and poor memories for a couple weeks, or maybe it was strategic. Maybe you have forgotten of us, and now our music has hit and we are running down Rust Lamania ramp with our pyro exploding behind us.
Okay.
With that being said, it's WWE's SummerSlam weekend. Who is fired up and pre-baby oiling their bodies? These guys. For the uninitiated, SummerSlam would be their mid-season finale of sorts. So, keeping with that theme, Gunns would like to know, if you were a wrestler, what would your gimmick, costume, and intro music be? Would you be a face, a good guy, or heel, a bad guy? Maybe even give us a quick promo if you want. So, I'll let Shane go first.
No.
What would your wrestler name be?
I honestly have no idea. I've never been into wrestling.
You've never been into
I've
wrestling?
never been into wrestling.
Oh, okay. All right. Josh?
I've always liked the high flyers, the guys that got the big air and the jumps and the flips and whatnot. So I've always enjoyed those guys. So I'd probably be one of those kind of wrestlers.
All right. What would your costume be?
I think I'd go for the wrestling trunks rather than the unitard.
Okay.
I'd go with probably go masked, actually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Then I could have a real life outside my wrestling life.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, I'd go with mask, probably just a big maple leaf right in the face.
Nice. So your name would be Captain Canuck?
No, it wouldn't be Captain Canuck, that's trademarked.
Yeah, I know.
I'd be the Flying Canadian.
There you go.
Would you have a cape?
When I came to the ring, I would have a Canadian flag draped across my shoulders.
Nice.
Majestic.
Yeah. I would have the Queen's Salute as my leaping move off the top. Jump, put the hand to the head like I'm saluting, and hit him with the elbow right in the face.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
What about your intro music?
It would have to be a punk version of either the Canadian National Anthem
Or God Save the Queen?
Or God Save the Queen.
Nice.
I would listen to that. Yeah.
Heavy metal punk version of that.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And I would be a face turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd start as a face and I'd turn to a heel.
Okay.
Well, you can't be a Canadian and then be a heel.
Oh, yes, you can.
He just say sorry a lot. Oh, sorry.
No, I started as a face. The Americans gang up on me because, like, oh, he's just a dumb, friendly Canadian. And then I'm just going to turn on them and I'm just going to pull their shirt over their head and just start pounding on their face. Because you insulted the Queen, son. You're going down.
Okay. Sean?
Nice. Well, I would have some pretty snazzy EDM music, electronic dance music there, just thumping with the bass.
Of course.
And I'd run down the aisle. And of course, I think I would do the unitard. because it covers up the whole body. It could kind of make me feel like Lion-O from the Thundercats. It'd be blue, and I'd have a cape, and I'd have some nice blue lace-up boots like the wrestlers have, because those were some pretty funky boots. Remember that?
Okay, yeah.
I was big into wrestling in the early 80s, mid-80s. So, yeah. I saw No Holds Barred in the theater. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Did you ever watch that?
I've seen it, yes.
It's pretty horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would be called the Gorp. And what I would do is, after I subdued my enemies, I would take my hand and I would put it on their temples and squeeze their brains. And that's what in the family we used to call the Gorp.
Huh.
So that would be my maneuver at the end. Just squeeze their brains through their temples.
So would you be a face or a heel?
I'd start off as a heel and then I'd turn into a face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you can gorp people and not be a heel.
Sure you can.
That doesn't sound like a good thing to do.
So I could be either the Gorp or El Gorpo. Because I'd have a mask, so I could be Spanish. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, you'd have to have a luchador mask, though, if you were El Gorpo.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
All right, so you've had some time to think. Now, where would you go?
I honestly have no idea.
Would you wear just the trunks, or would you wear the full unitard?
I think I'd just go trunks. I don't know, unitard seems a little binding, you know?
Okay.
Mask or no mask?
I don't think I could do a mask.
No?
I think I could be maskless.
All right. That's brave.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And
music?
Motif?
Music, definitely some heavy metal going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's your move?
Because you got basically you got your face and your heels, but that doesn't change your motif.
Yeah.
Most people either they're the angry guy, there's the out to prove themselves guy, there's the tough guy.
I could go for the underdog kind of thing.
And your maneuver would be the flying hi-ya, the double axe handle, like Captain Kirk used to do.
Oh, like Shatner, yeah.
Yes.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be all right. And you could run along the top rope like Jimmy Snuka.
You lost me.
All right. Superfly, come on. No.
I know the term, I think.
All right.
But
So face or heel?
I'm gonna go face. I'm just gonna stay face.
Have you watched Glow on Netflix?
I have not watched Glow.
Oh, that'll give you some wrestling moves.
Yeah.
It's a good show. Did you watch it yet?
I haven't had a chance.
Oh, okay. Well, there's so much good stuff coming out lately.
I've been rewatching the
Netflix Marvels?
Marvels, yeah.
Marvels, yes.
Get in preparation for Defenders.
Well, that's understandable.
Plus, I've been watching a new anime, Knights and Magic.
Yeah?
As it comes out, yeah. It's a pretty good one.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's it about?
A mecha nerd, like a guy that really loves giant fighting robots.
Who doesn't?
And he's a computer programmer, best computer programmer at his company. That's all he does when he goes home. He buys little models and he makes them. He dies.
Okay.
That's the opening minute of the thing. He dies. He's reincarnated in another world. Okay? And the first time the little boy sees one of the magic knights, which they use to fight the demon beasts, all of his memories from his past life come back to him.
Okay.
So he's a magic nerd. He's a mecha nerd who's obsessed with giant fighting robots, and there's a giant fighting robot, and he has to learn magic to pilot one. So he does. And apparently magic is very similar to computer programming.
Okay.
So he excels at it, and it's about his adventures as a young man, reincarnated nerd, building his own giant fighting robot.
You're finding a lot of
what's it called?
Science magic things that are mashed up.
Knights and Magic.
I like it already.
Yeah.
That sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
3 episodes are out in English on one of the sites that I use.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good anime so far. Enjoying it.
Because last week you were talking about Magic 2.0.
Magic 2.0, that's a novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like, both mixes of magic and science.
Yeah. Well, Magic 2.0 is science disguised as magic.
Yeah.
This is magic disguised as science.
Yeah.
Because it's clear magic. The guy's reincarnated. They're firing off magic spells. But it uses the science nerd view of it. And the other way around is it's all magic, but it's actually all computer programming.
I like it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Anyways, is there any more from
yeah,
Rusty and Gunns?
The email does go on. It says here...
Sparky and Gunns?
What do you call them, Rusty and Gunns?
I call them Rusty and Gunns.
Nice. Sparky would like to know, with Pokemon Go receiving a medium-sized resurgence with the release of Legendaries, what one thing you would change or add to the game? He would add real-time two-person battling.
Item trading. Single biggest thing that everybody's requesting is item trading. I am not getting enough Pokeballs.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting 1, 2 at a stop maximum in a day. My last 7-day streak, I got 1 regular Pokeball.
Really?
And Katie is not getting potions at all. There's a big complaint right now that nobody's getting any kind of reviving items. I'm getting tons. I'm showing people, like, I had like 100 and something potions the other day.
Yeah. Like, even just the ability to trade, like, evolution items would be great.
Yeah. So item trading is the single biggest thing that I would like to see.
You agree?
I agree. I would really like to see player versus player battles. I think that would be great. But yeah, between those things, they're definitely the 2 big points.
All right. To belatedly answer Josh's hypothetical, Sparky would be a Leviathan. Specifically, Jormungandr, the world serpent of Norse mythology, extremely venomous and large in size. He would make for a tough fight unless he's fighting a Norse thunder god. Then he's in trouble.
So he'd be the world serpent. It's not really a Leviathan. Leviathan's a different creature, but okay.
Gunns would be a, I'm not even sure how you pronounce it, Taniwha, Tanua?
Yeah.
Of Samoan legend. They are guardian lizards that live in deep pools or strong ocean currents. They carve out coastlines and rivers to bring life and safety to the people of the islands. When provoked, they spray toxic urine at their foes and cause natural disasters such as earthquakes and landslides. So that's fun.
Cool. All right. 2 giant lizards.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And what do they say for his natural enemy?
It doesn't say.
Oh, I didn't pick out a natural enemy?
No, they didn't say.
Oh. No. Okay. So, the Samoan one I'm not too familiar with, so I'm going to have to look into that. But the world serpent has a single great flaw.
What's that?
It's location bound. It has to be at the base of the world tree, devouring it. You can kill the world serpent by getting it away. But then life would run rampant, and the 9 worlds would die because the tree is not rejuvenated by the destruction of the roots that have gone rotten, which the serpent eats. It's terrifying.
That would be bad.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for being patient, fearless hosts. We are back and have a whole bushel of queries to throw at you in the weeks to come. Thanks for the podcast and keep it rusty. And now it's time for the main event. Oh, Rusties, don't be sour. Clap for your robo-mailing champs and feel the power. For the benefit of those with flash photography, he's a limousine-riding, jet-flying, kiss-stealing, wheelin'-dealing man named Gunns. But wait, what you gonna do, brother, when Sparky Mania runs wild on you? He's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And that's the bottom line, because Sparky and Gunns said so.
All right.
Yeah. So that's email for this week.
All right.
I might not know much about wrestling, but I know what Hulkamania is.
Because it's going to run wild on you.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
That's a very modern reference.
Back in the day of Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Hulk, Andre, the Giant, those guys.
I was actually reading
Brother
something.
Love.
Tatanka?
No, I don't know that one.
He's the native guy who he'd do the spirit dance around the ring and you get all amped up.
Yes, I remember that. And the Bushwhackers and
Junkyard Dog.
The Hitman Hart and his other guy there, Anvil.
Ric Flair.
Yeah, he was in a coma.
Yeah, he was in a
Did he die?
like doctor-induced coma. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know he was going for some kind of surgery, and it was all over Facebook.
I didn't hear about this at all.
Yeah, because Brother Robin, he's all about the wrestling, and he kept sharing it on his Facebook stuff. So I haven't heard any recent information about it, but
Yeah, well, that's where I saw it too. Was Facebook.
That's terrible.
yeah,
I love Ric Flair. I believe he was in the first Highlander movie, was he not?
I have no idea.
Because it opens up the wrestling thing in the beginning, and I think Ric Flair was in there.
He might have been.
It's possible.
I think he was one of the wrestlers. Okay, according to IMDb, the wrestling match in the beginning scene was between the legendary AWA tag team of the Fabulous Freebirds, consisting of Michael Hayes, Terry Gordy, and Buddy Roberts, and the tag team of Greg Genneg, son of AWA owner Vern Genneg, Jumping Jim Bruznell, the same Bruznell of the WWF tag team The Killer Bees, and the Tonga Kid, also known as Tama of the WWF tag team The Islanders.
All right, so Ric Flair was not in Highlander.
No.
And according to IMDb, there's no end date for him, so he's still with us. He's just in probably recovery from his surgery. Because last I read, he was still in a coma. So.
Well, I hope things turn around, because he's one of my favorite wrestlers back in the day.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. He was a dick.
Right. I thought he was a bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's everything I have. Do you have a hypothetical this week or anything like that?
I do not, because I was up very late last night watching Defenders.
Okay.
I had been thinking about one, but then I was up until like 2:30 in the morning.
Well, that's understandable.
It is.
Well, that's fair. That's all right. Well, I guess that's the end of our Rusted Robot episode 164.
That is.
Shane has a lot of Star Trek to go watch.
I do.
I was going to say catch up on, but you just have to watch it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So that's good. And 5 weeks till Discovery, so excitement.
Definitely.
All right. So, Rusties, thanks for coming back to the Rusted Robot and listening. I hope you'll share the link to the episode with all your friends. Tell everybody you know. And what else do we have to say? Anything else? Any other closing remarks, Josh?
I got nothing.
Leave a 5-star review in the iTunes store.
Yeah, rate, review, subscribe, all that jazz.
That would be great. Appreciate it.
Go listen to the Soul Forge podcast.
Have you listened anymore?
I have not.
The last one I recorded was episode 8. It was about what would you do if you had 3 wishes. And it actually turned out to be 8 minutes and 8 seconds, which was not planned. So, there we go. That's all I have to say about that. So thanks for coming by. We appreciate it. And remember, normal is an illusion. What is normal for the spider is chaos for the fly. If you'd like to contact the show, email us at therustedrobot@gmail.com. Our website is therustedrobot.podbean.com. On Twitter, we're at therustedrobot. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Darth Vaderloo. We'd be honored if you would review us on iTunes and like us on Facebook. If you'd care to support the show, there's a PayPal link on the website or go to patreon.com/Darth Vaderloo. Please check out Jump City at 229 Pine Street South in Timmins. And as always, if you like what you heard, let us know. But most importantly, tell your friends about us. The Rusted Robot Podcast. Think about it.
I could do this all day.
Welcome to the Soul Forge, a place of silent mystery, quiet contemplation, and outright mayhem. Join your host, Sean Vanderloo, as he guides you through the adventures of living. Together, we'll talk about life and love, sex and dating, joy and heartache, memories and loss, and so much more. Don't worry, it's not nearly as pretentious as it sounds. Get ready for life, the universe, and everything on the Soul Forge.
This has been a Valley of Vanderloo podcast production, all rights reserved.
This transmission ends now.